G'day again from us sailing on Anacam. This time we sail from Brisbane down to Port Stephens in New South Wales, stopping for Christmas in Aluka Yamba. We sail down past the Port of Brisbane, out into Moreton Bay and across to the Tangalooma Wild Dolphin Resort to spend a couple of nights sitting on anchor. And just like our last passage, to head south, first of all, we've got to head north, this time up around the top end of Moreton Island. Out into the open ocean, this time the Tasman Sea in the South Pacific. The breeze started off fairly light, but the further the day went, the better the conditions for making way. This was a beautiful night to be at sea. With it close enough to a full moon to light our way, we could actually see most what was on the water. If you watch closely on the left-hand side of the shot, you will see the Cape Byron lighthouse flash twice. And early the next morning, we found ourselves entering the Clarence River to go into the boat anchorage in front of Aluka to sit out our time for Christmas. This location was one of the better anchorages on the east coast, easy to get into and good holding and very sheltered. The very next morning we attempted to cross the Clarence River from Aluka over to Yamba. If it wasn't for these guys in this fishing boat to show us the way to where the entrance was through the rock wall to get over to the mooring grounds in Yamba, we would have been still out there doing circles. We secured our dinghy, McKenna, on the back of the ferry dock. We met up with my auntie Verna and my uncle Lindsay, who were waving to us from this very spot below the lighthouse the day before as we sailed in, and they took us up there to show us what it looks like from where they were. They took us to the Yamba Golf Club, where we had lunch and a couple of refreshing drinks with my cousin John. The very next day, we jumped in our dinghy again and went over to catch up with Graf Spee, with Diane and Paul on board, to make some plans for Christmas dinner.
Makeup, camera, action.
We first met Diane and Paul in the Brisbane River. The crew on the local ferry that runs from Iluka over to Yamba gave us a friendly wave. We found these absolutely yummy Guinness pies and the local ginger beer for lunch. We made several trips ashore here in Iluka. It had everything one could wish for. Somewhere to take our rubbish away, somewhere to find food, and plenty of entertainment every time we're in there. We loved this photo of a trawler crossing the bar of the Clarence River on the wall of the local liquor store. With Annie on the tiller, it gave me a real chance to show you what it's like here in this side of the river. The beautiful calm waters inside the Iluka boat anchorage. We go through one of the two entrances out into the Clarence River. We head up past the Iluka Caravan and Trailer Park up towards the ferry terminal. The Clarence River system is an extensive east coast drainage with many tributaries of differing size. Apart from the Murray River, it is the largest river in mainland Australia, south of the Tropic of Capricorn. Iluka is a small village at the mouth of the Clarence River in New South Wales, Australia. It is situated directly across the river from the resort town of Yamba. At the 2016 census, Iluka had a population of 1,718 people. The town's name is derived from the Aboriginal word meaning near the sea. I did mention we were here to celebrate Christmas. Check out our Christmas lights on Anacam. We went for a little cruise in our dinghy just to see how far away we could see our Christmas lights. And as you can see, you don't have to be very far away and they disappear. Off up to the Iluka supermarket one last time for some Christmas dinner and provisions for the next part of our passage. Christmas Eve saw us having sundowners at the local hotel with Diane and Paul. It was here where Diane got very lucky and had her ticket drawn out in the pub meat raffle. It's the old story. Winners are grinners. We had an absolutely magnificent sunrise on Christmas morning. We also dressed Anacam with our courtesy flags from the 52 countries that we've managed to sail to. This is whipped cream, boat style. One cordless drill, one piece of wire strategically bent the same as a paint mixer, and the mess is all ours. I'm sure I heard Annie say, pull the trigger. Not bad, if I do say so myself. All this for the cream on top of the Christmas trifle. Christmas dinner in Iluka with the crews of Graphs B and Anacam. Early the next morning, on Boxing Day, we sailed out of the Clarence River, back out into the Tasman Sea in the South Pacific Ocean, heading south, next stop, Port Stephens. This would be another overnight sail for the 240 nautical miles from the Clarence River down to Port Stephens. This was absolute champagne sailing. We were far enough offshore to jump on board the East Coast current, and that gave us an extra couple of knots of speed over the ground. Enjoy the ride as we look back to where we have come from. And all this time we are looking for somewhere we can call home. From the very start of our journey in Croatia on Anacam, every one of the 52 countries we had sailed to, we were looking for somewhere that we would be satisfied to settle down in, to call it our home. And we were still looking up and down the east coast of Australia. We enjoy watching the sun go down, as somewhere over there is mainland Australia. We found ourselves sailing well offshore, outside the Australian East Coast shipping lanes. We had our AIS with several targets on it, all the way down to Port Stephens. Our AIS transponder is the best for collision avoidance. It tells us who they are, what they are, their heading, their speed over the ground, and how close they're going to get to us. This is the ship that was the closest to us on the AIS, and you can see it is just on 1 nautical mile off us as it goes past. We called this ship on our VHF radio, and the watchkeeper responded straight away to let us know that he had seen us and was avoiding us by going on a different course. And just to add to our safety at sea, we had logged on with Marine Rescue New South Wales onto their computer-driven app that let us know where we were and let them know where we were at any time. Very safe way to travel up and down this part of the world. We made it into Port Stephens and dropped our anchor in Salamander Bay. This was a very short 2-night stop. We were underway again early in the morning, heading down for Sydney and the New Year's Eve fireworks display. Annie is communicating with our friends Diane and Paul on Graf Spee as they are having some fuel issues trying to leave with us.
G'day you crazy people, you're still here. You can shave my legs and call me Shirley. Just hit the like and the subscribe at the end of this video. Cheers.
Heading out.
Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it. Once again, cheers from us sailing on Anacam.